Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Mike, 57. You get Rodney. You get Rodney.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. He's got a first down past the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield, flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Ebukam. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They're not ready for this. King. Y'all playing the wrong football. 52.
Mayfield to throw it. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. 3rd down here.
Saw man coverage on the perimeter, and that was a pretty good throw. And it's one of those ones that wasn't an easy catch, but it's one that he thinks that he should have come down with, although I'm sure the opposing cornerback would beg to differ.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Alert! 24 is the mic.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Check nickel. Alert.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second and 11 now. Trubisky, he's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flick the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down, Mayfield. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27. Now it's Henderson. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. A give for Henderson running to the right. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Point it right. Single.
On third down, Mayfield. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Darrell Henderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
it's a foot race. The 40. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards on the ground.
First down, Packers.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Lock in. Hey, team 6.
Now it's Trubisky. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 24, Mayfield. That's taken in by Henderson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Here I come. Hey, Charlie.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 24-yard line.
Good. 180. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Second down, it's Henderson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Good. 180. Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 47.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Real.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Even.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He won't be ready. He won't be ready. Up.
1 yard gain. Brings up second.
Hey, come on, At
the Packers, 19
Hey,
yard
let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Delta. Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And again, it's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. This is the tight end, Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Check back 40. Check back 40.
On first down, Trubisky. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Ran. Look, 56. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Greystone travel. Check.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Both to Mike. Mike, both. I'm scared.
Now Trubisky. Complete to Dorsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And the Packer first down.
Good job. 180. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let... And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
57 to Mike. Down to lose one. Shit. Watch the shit.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lock in.
Trubisky to throw again. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Again, it's Trubisky. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Mayfield on play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch left, watch left. Watch the screen, watch the screen. I got the screen, I got the
Again to Anderson here out of the gun. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 37-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Sliding out of the pocket, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. C.J. Mosley, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Good, 180. 24 is the mark.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
2 yards on the pickup. At the 40.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
24 is the mic.
Mayfield with it once more. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10. Mayfield over the middle. He finds Henderson complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for it. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper.
Philip Dorsett by himself. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Good. 180. 52. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
You got time. You got time right there.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 11.
Good. 180. Strip the ball. Strip that. Real.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. That's taken in by Henderson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
Third and 5.
24 is the mic. I'm not ready. What? Hey, alert, 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 alert. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Throwing on second down. Mayfield. He'll take a and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On second down, Eckler. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, orbit.
Now Trubisky on first down. Dorsett's got it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Philip Dorsett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Regular. 57's the Mike. Mike 57.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. James Conner, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Mayfield on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. Hurry! 57
to throw, Mayfield. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. They'll run on first down. Henderson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Vikings on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Henderson. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And an alley to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Austin Eckler, 82 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Vikings on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 8. from the shotgun. It's Mayfield. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Lock it up. 180. Me and you. It's just me and you.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Again, a run with counter. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
I
do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down. Hey, watch 28. Let's go.
And a big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
At the 33-yard line.
He's coming. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
Silver.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
3 and out. Fourth down.
Here's Matt Bosher now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Let's go.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.